eventually I wanted to create something interesting or something which I can say it is my own creation, and that's how WhatsApp Gurgaon came up. Now, when we started initially, it was not that it was a set build business at that time, but we created business out of it. I would say because I was always clear that media as a business, has been their tradition for a long, long time. But why not online media as a business? Because we can reach out much more people in terms of when you compare the reach with an offline platform.
No rain. Well, folks, welcome back to the Naren Agarwal Show. Today's episode is going to be one that might enhance your lifestyle. Yes, here's the reason why. I have the founder of WhatsApp Life. WhatsApp Life is a local lifestyle channel and page 3 redefined. It's an editorially curated discovery guide for dining out, party, leisure, events, etc. around you. And they are present in 11 cities right now, including the top cities in India: Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, and the city I am from, Kolkata. MTV VJ and actor Ranvijay Singh is on board with them as a brand ambassador, and he has also invested in WhatsApp Life. Welcoming the founder, Mr. Gaurav H Luthra. Welcome, Gaurav, brother. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you. How are you doing?
Gaurav, bro, I'm doing very well, and I'm really excited for this episode because I know I'm going to learn a lot from you, because I don't know much about lifestyle and curation about lifestyle content. So that's going to be an interesting journey for me.
How's life in Kolkata?
Life in Kolkata is good. It's better now that I see the good posts on your WhatsApp Kolkata page. It makes Kolkata look so vibrant, and I enjoy seeing my city being reflected like that. But overall, things are starting to open up.
Good to know that.
Better. Gaurav, bro, let me dig right deep into it. How did you start this business? How did you come up with the idea of a lifestyle, hub where people from different cities can follow? How did you get started?
Okay, so the journey started in the end of 2013, wherein we started with a guide called What's Up Gurgaon. So WhatsApp Gurgaon was first city guide because I'm from Gurgaon and I wanted to create something for Gurgaon, because every time I'll move out, I'll find a new place that has come up in the city or a new development in the city. And, it's difficult to keep up with the pace that the city grows with. So that's why we came up with the guide. And so the idea was everything or anything about the city, you should find it on our website. And because people are moving away from the traditional print media, which was your magazines, which was your paper, that's why, we thought everything should be handy. You want to go out, you can't browse through the papers that you had in the past. So that's why, new hotels, new restaurants, bars, spa salons, anything that you want to explore about your city, you should get in on our site only. That's how WhatsApp Gurgaon came up. Then after Gurgaon, we were successful in creating a lot of buzz, a lot of followers and all. We thought we'll start more cities. Then in the second phase, we started Delhi, Noida, Hyderabad, Kolkata. Now I have a special connection with Kolkata, so which I'll share in the due course. And so WhatsApp Kolkata came up. This was around 2015, I believe. We've been pretty successful in gaining a lot of traction over a period of time, and we've focused on the kind of content we wanted to create for the city. I would proudly say I think we're the first online guide in the city that time in 2015 when we came up. Some other platforms chose Mumbai, Bengaluru as first cities to start. We chose Kolkata. It was more hard than more money. So that's why WhatsApp Kolkata came up, and subsequently, 2 years back we started more cities, and we are an 11 city platform, which is WhatsApp Life, and WhatsApp Kolkata is a part of WhatsApp Life.
That is amazing. So you have a website, and I see you have really successful Instagram pages as well. You have about Instagram pages for all of them with like multiple thousand followers on all pages. That's a lot to manage.
So all across, we've got some, close to 2 million followers across these 11 cities, both on Facebook page, Instagram page, Twitter handle, and all combined. And the idea is, so we were very clear that we don't want to create one central platform. Every city has their own vibe, their own things to talk about. As a Delhi resident, if I'm staying in Delhi, it doesn't matter to me what is happening in Mumbai. I'm bothered about my Delhi or my Kolkata. So that's why, we had separate handles for each city. So that people could get to know about their city better that way.
That's amazing. So what differentiates you? What differentiates WhatsApp Life and WhatsApp cities, the handles, from a traditional or other such websites and platforms?
Okay, so one thing is, from the beginning itself, we were very clear that we wanted to be a youth-centric platform. So that's why when we thought of expanding to other cities or getting a brand ambassador, Ranviji was our first choice. It took us some time to get him on board, and eventually we succeeded in not only getting him on board as a brand ambassador, but also making him invest money in the company. Now, one thing which you'll see in our platform is the kind of events that we also do. We would do things like pub crawl or beer pong, which are very interesting or big concepts in Europe, US, and all, and we brought it over here. We also launched one of the India's largest fitness property called the Fit Creed. It was an event to find the fittest men and women in the city. We've done 2 editions of the same already in Gurgaon, in which more than 1,000 people participated in the initial round and in a live finale in front of a packed house in a place like DLF Cyber Hub. Ranvijay was also there. There were a lot of MTV stars were there with him. And it was a packed house, a packed show. We had sponsors like Powerade by Coca-Cola. We had Anytime Fitness. We had multiple other probos, multiple other partners which were there in the city. The property grew with time, and we wanted to take it to other cities. So WhatsApp Live for as a platform doesn't only have to be a city guide. The idea is we want to be engaging people online and offline both. And that is where brands also work with us, because we give them an experiential marketing with our followers or people we work with. So that's how the idea of online marketing and also offline experiential events.
That is amazing. And that's such an innovative business and idea. And it's something that sounds so fun. Before you started the first website for Gurgaon, what were you doing before that? And I know you said you wanted something like this, but was this just born out of accident, or did you already know there was a big market for this? How did that process happen, the beginning germination?
So my background is I'm an MBA. I did my MBA in marketing from IIFT, which is the Institute of Foreign Trade in Kolkata itself. We were the first batch to pass out from IIFT Kolkata, and that's how my connection with Kolkata started. And so I've been a marketing guy throughout my thing. Worked in corporate for some time, then worked in real estate sector. Eventually, I wanted to create something interesting or something which I can say it is my own creation, and that's how WhatsApp Gurgaon came up. Now, when we started initially, it was not that it was a set business at that time, but we created business out of it, I would say, because I was always clear that media as a business has been there tradition for a long time. But why not online media as a business? Because we can reach out much more people in terms of when you compare the reach with an offline platform. So that's how we started, and we created content in a way which people could engage with. It shouldn't be a one-way communication; it should be a two-way communication, and that's how the platform came up.
So I love the last point that you said. I'm very passionate about communication, and that's a big part of what I love to share and do. And your content is very unique. So why do you think you have so much following, and why do you think people engage with you so much? What kind of communication do you focus on? Can we get more depths into that?
Okay, so the idea is, as a resident of the city, our idea is anything or everything which you may want to think about or search about, we should have that content ready for you. We should have that content ready for you. So be it places to party or way to go for a ladies' night out, or way to find new hotels in the town, or the best puja pandals in town, or the best cafes in town, the best breweries in Kolkata, or it may be as good as corporate getaways. It may be places for leisure. It may be best shopping malls in Kolkata. So our idea is not only for you, but also when someone else in the city, from maybe if I as a Gurgaon resident come to Kolkata, I should have it in mind. Okay, rather than asking 10 people around, why don't I just search at WhatsApp Kolkata and find out what are the things to do in the city? So our idea is anything or everything which you would want to explore in the city, you should find it on our platform. That's how the content comes from there.
I love that. So when you think of a city, since you've been in the business, and you really look at a city in a different way, I presume, than you used to maybe as a normal person. So how do you look at a city, and how has the perception of a city changed for you after you've been looking at a city more objectively and all the different things that happen? How do you define a city?
So the good thing is, in my previous work, while my previous work also, or my during studies also, I traveled all across India, or I've stayed across major cities. So Chennai was the only city which I didn't stay in. Eventually, I visited the city, but I've stayed across all the major metros in India, right from Ahmedabad, Kolkata, Mumbai, Bengaluru, to your Pune, to Hyderabad. So I spent some good time in all those cities. So that's why I believe every city has their own vibe, or every city has their own way of doing things, or their own culture, or their own this thing. So every city, we would also create articles or create content around with that flavor around. And yes, so the idea is what we also realized, and what we also knew was that obviously it's a person who is resident of the city, and who can connect to the city, can write a much better this thing, rather than someone who's just doing a work from here and all. So it's very important for us to create something from a person who is from the city and all, and keep on also updating it with time eventually.
I love that. So you've made sure that all the pages that are handled by the different city, you've hired people from that city, the local people.
We would either hire people from that city, or we would have some freelancing connections from that city, and also so that people from that city are writing or doing work for that city, and also that's how we would go about it.
I love that. I've noticed across all your pages, the aesthetics of the posts are very beautiful. The photography is very beautiful, and it's not just standard images, but it's very different sort of images. So how does the process of photography happen for you? And that's a big challenge, right? To come up with great photos every time for all new posts.
Okay, so when it comes to posting on our platforms, again, like if you remember, I mentioned it's a two-way communication. So we don't only post our own pictures and all, we also talk about or showcase the best picture from different other photographers in the city. So we give them credit that okay, this is a beautiful picture we came across, and this is by this person, and tag them, we mention them, and so the idea is, like I said, showcasing something which is best in the city. It may be my own work, or it may be someone else's work, but we also say that okay, this person has taken this beautiful shot, and this is another way of looking at the city. This is what we present in front of you. So yeah, so that's how we go about
Love that. What's your favorite city? That's a tough one.
So Kolkata and Hyderabad both are close to my heart.
Kolkata and Hyderabad. And why are they close to your heart? Why are they close to your heart?
Good question. So Kolkata, why? Because okay, Kolkata had an interesting journey. When I went over there as a typical North Indian, it was very difficult for me to adjust in the city, because we are accustomed to getting things done at a faster pace.
Yeah.
So it was a little frustrating times in the first few months. But when I finally got a social circle around, I had my salsa buddies around. I joined a salsa group over there. I went into I had a relationship with a Bong girl there. So it was good relationship. So that's why the sweet memories of the city, and you can say What's Up Kolkata was someone dedicated to someone whom I loved and lost. So yeah. So that's why the connection with Kolkata, and yeah. So my second year in Kolkata was much more better, because I had a lot of friends over there. I had a good circle, and I was in a relationship. I had my girlfriend over there. So yeah, so life in Kolkata was good that way. And Hyderabad, yeah, again, I've stayed in Hyderabad for some time. I've been over there, and Hyderabad as a city has a different vibe altogether. There are a lot of natural places around there. It's not a concrete jungle as such, but the city has a different soul altogether. So that's why Hyderabad.
Amazing. So, Gaurav brother, since you've been all around the country and you've experienced so many cities, and that's really what you're really involved in the whole time, what's the favorite dish? What's your favorite dish, and what's something that you recommend that everybody in India or around the world should eat from this place and this city? I know I'm giving you very tough questions, because with so much of experience of the cities, picking one is tough. So which one would you say?
Okay, Kolkata, it definitely has to be the Kolkata biryani.
Okay, good choice. Kolkata biryani.
There's a lot of, to and fro, which keeps on happening between people. Some people say Hyderabad biryani is the best, and some people say Kolkata biryani is the best. We had actually done an article on this also, which actually went viral, which was about which one is better, Kolkata biryani or Hyderabadi biryani. And we were supporting Kolkata over there.
Yes, good choice.
Kolkata biryani is my favorite from over there. When it comes to Mumbai, obviously, the vada pav is what I love in Mumbai. You get vada pav all around India now, but when you eat it in Mumbai, it is the best over there. Bengaluru, I used to love going to the breweries in Bengaluru. I love having some good beer chugs in Bengaluru. So that's why my favorite time in Bengaluru. And then Gurgaon, there's a lot to explore. See, Gurgaon was a city which was developed from, it was not a city which was, which had a history like Delhi, Mumbai, or Bengaluru and all. It just came up and all. So the good thing is, Gurgaon is a cosmopolitan city in that way, and it has a lot to offer. It has everything to offer, I must say, that way. So, Gurgaon, you would have anything or everything coming across from all over this thing. Yeah, so and Delhi, obviously, butter chicken of Delhi or Gurgaon for that matter. So that's my favorite dish from these cities.
Amazing, Gaurav bro. How are the cities in India changing in your experience? Because you've been closely monitoring all these cities, right? That's part of your work. How are the cities changing in your experience?
See, okay, so one thing which is definitely there is the way content consumption also happens. When we started, a lot of leverage or weightage was given to traffic coming onto the site. So when we started, it was not only a Facebook page or Instagram page, but it was our major forte was we'll do a lot of articles which will then go out on Facebook, and then traffic would come on the site and all. So content consumption also on the Facebook or on the site itself. Now during this year, the content consumption has changed tremendously. It is either watching YouTube on videos on YouTube, or watching some quick content on Instagram and all. And influencers are basically now only Insta influencers and only YouTube influencers and all. We had to work really hard to make this shift from Facebook to Instagram as well, because at our time, 7 years back, Facebook was the portal or the platform and all. So that is one change as far as our industry goes. The other thing is how these cities are changing. Obviously, what has also been happening is a lot of new developments are coming up in every city. What that I think affects in a negative way at times is the city, the original soul of the city, the charm of the city loses out somewhere, which I miss at times when I go to different cities and all, because you'll completely see different new buildings around, or and it's at times you want to be connected to that soul of the city. Which is I think is a problem area, and people should look at that.
I love that you bring that up. You're so right. Like, sometimes I feel like the city is changing, which is good, but also the old charm, the old buildings, all those things are going away, which really defined the city, and those things are being taken care of. So that's amazing that you bring that point up.
Yeah. So that's my journey so far, and the other thing is, people. The good thing is the younger generation which is coming up, they want to consume, they want to experience a lot of things. So the good thing is that a lot of experiential opportunities are there in terms of food, dining, leisure, wellness, and multiple other things. So opportunities of exploring a thing in the city is much more high. Also, I would want to bring an important part. A long time back, people asked me why what's up Gurgaon, because Gurgaon that time was also, Gurgaon was a bigger city, but if you think about it, because I experienced different cities, Gurgaon as a city itself, leaving Delhi and Noida aside, had much more to offer than your Ahmedabad, your Chennai, your maybe Hyderabad also for that matter, or maybe your Kolkata also for that matter, in terms of the experience of going out, or best party places, leisure places, and destinations and all. Like I said, it may not have the natural settings, but in terms of offering to a person, in terms of
it was enough. It was immense.
A lot to offer. So that's why I thought, as a city, we should not mix it as a part of Delhi NCR, but should have Gurgaon separate. And that's how WhatsApp Gurgaon, what's Gurgaon came up. Yeah, so that was a journey, and that's why we are very clear when we start a city or when we start a platform, it has to cover the most unique elements and the major part of the chunk of the city. We don't want to merge 2-3 cities together unless and until there's not much content to talk about. So for example, we also have a platform page called WhatsApp Kerala. Now again, we did WhatsApp Kerala because the cities over there did not have much to offer on a standalone basis. That's why I said, okay, let's talk about Kerala on the whole.
Yeah. That's amazing. So let's do something fun. I am going to tell you the names of certain cities in India, and I just want you to give me phrases or few words on how you define the city. Whatever comes to your mind. Okay. So I'm going to throw bounces and googlies at you. So are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should have told me this before.
That's why we want to keep it organic so that we make you think on your feet. Okay, Gaurav bro. Yeah, let's go first. Hyderabad.
Necklace Road.
Necklace Road.
Yeah. Have you been to Hyderabad?
I've never been to Hyderabad. I don't think so.
I have had some very amazing moments of my life in Hyderabad. Yeah. So Necklace Road
is one of those roads that comes to your mind. That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. Dubai. Because I know you have WhatsApp Dubai. Yeah.
Yeah. So tall buildings. The problem with Dubai though is, like I said, I've spoken to a lot of people who stayed in Dubai. Dubai is an excellent place wherein you can go for maybe 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, but you can't stay over there for long because it is a soulless city, as a lot of Indians say. A lot of Indians say it is a soulless city. So a lot of tall buildings, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like that. Okay, Bangalore.
Bangalore would be millennial city of the IT hub, I would say.
IT hub, true. Millennial city, IT hub. That's a good one. Chandigarh.
City of people with big hearts.
Ah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
City of people with big hearts. So you think Chandigarh has people with big hearts? I love that. I love how different your answers are. Okay, let's go for 2 more. Kolkata.
Unfortunately, I would say Cholbena, Corbena.
Cholbena. Kolkata has this image of, a lot of people who are really spirited and activists. So Cholbena is like, will not work, right? Or will not make will not accept.
So I was frustrated hearing this a lot of times as a North Indian, Cholbena, Corbena. So it has now, been ingrained in my mind.
Won't work, won't do. Cholbena, Corbena. That's pretty funny. And let me see. Let me ask you Mumbai.
Mumbai, I would say, you are free to do whatever kind of a thing. Free to do whatever.
That's in India where there's like a very low judgment. People are very chill. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
Exactly. So you live your life the way you want.
I love that. I really love doing this because it gave me nice insights. I really need to visit Hyderabad and go to the Necklace Road now because that's something that's the missing part. But I relate with a lot of the things that you said in terms of how you define the cities. Thank you for that. Here's a question I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
With so many pages, so many people, 2 million people all combined across platforms, website, there's a lot of creativity that's needed in your business. A lot of creativity, whether it's coming up with new sort of shows, content every day. How do you maintain creativity in yourself and your team and the people you engage with? What's that secret sauce of creativity? Because this is a very creativity fueled business.
Okay, so one very important thing which we should do is we should keep on getting a lot of new people, new blood in the company regularly, or engage with a lot of youngsters regularly, because they would have a certain way of looking at things or certain way of doing things, in a much more faster, quicker way also, and also maybe in a different way altogether. So the idea is, as a company, we can't be stuck with certain ideas only or certain people only. It has to consistently grow in terms of your network, your reach, your people you are working with, and multiple other factors. So it's very important for us to be open to ideas, people, and also connections for that matter.
I love that. I love that. So, Gaurav, bro, through this journey of creating a lifestyle brand and showing people, their own city through different eyes, what have been some big highlights in that journey for you? And then what are the plans that you have for the future as a business and for all your pages?
Great. So the major highlights have been, like I said, creating things from the scratch. When we used to do beer pong events, we did not, people were not aware of the concept of beer pong. Whereas in US, there is a championship which happens every year, which has a first prize of $60,000. So that's close to 40 lakh rupees, 45 lakh rupees. So that was our thought of creating a beer pong competition. We did a lot of startup beer pong competition, corporate beer pong competition. We are also in the midst of coming up with a league. We had a formal beer pong league as our trademark, so you should watch out for that. Then as a part of our journey, like I said, Fit Creed was something big for us. There was, when it comes to fitness, there were only either bodybuilding shows in India, or they were, or there used to be fitness awards, but there was not a competition in which you can show your fitness level. Because bodybuilding is a different thing altogether. You may be a bodybuilder, but it doesn't mean that you are fit altogether. So that's why creating something like a Fit Create from the scratch was high again. We have some set of few properties which we wanted to do, and we wanted to take them pan India. Like Fit Create this year was supposed to go pan India. We had approval from one of the national partner brands to come on board for all the 4 cities. And we were supposed to go to Mumbai, Bengaluru, Delhi, and Gurgaon separately. Yeah, so but somehow it did not happen. Beer pong also we had plans to go to multiple cities, including Kolkata, but somehow it didn't happen. So they apart from pub crawl beer pong or Fit Create, we had a lot of other properties also. It would have been the first in the country kind of properties which we were working on. But eventually we would get there, and eventually we will launch those properties sooner or later. So that's why I mentioned. And then getting someone like a Ranvijay on board, he's been a big help, not only in terms of being a big support in terms of coming to our events, talking about this, but also a lot of other ways, ways of throwing in his ideas or connecting us to right people at certain places, and also. So yeah, that was another accomplishment, I would say. And eventually working with when you get a new brand on board or a new business on board, and brands value you. So just to say that we have had some big national media brands themselves who advertise on our platform. Now, a media brand advertising on our platform to reach out to our audience, it itself says that they trust us, or they value what our following or the work we are doing. So that's how that was a very satisfying experience altogether as such. And when people so the idea about WhatsApp Life was. It used to give its own identity. A lot of people would already know about it. So it used to have its own identity in each city that we would go to. So that was a very satisfying factor that was.
That's amazing. One of my final questions for you is, I want to talk a little bit more about WhatsApp Kolkata, because that is a city to my heart, close to my heart. That's where I'm from. So a little more about WhatsApp Kolkata. And I also noticed when you talked about big brands, I think KFC advertised on your Instagram page. Kentucky Fried Chicken advertised on your Instagram page. So that's big. So tell us a little more about WhatsApp Kolkata and the plans with that page.
Great. So WhatsApp Kolkata has been, like I said, close to my heart from the very beginning itself. I visited that city multiple times, even during this WhatsApp Kolkata journey. We were a little slow in between because people who were working. So there was a girl who was working with us consistently. She went for her masters, and also there was a slow period, dull period, and all. But we are now active again, and like I said, we would really want to bring in our events or our set of energies to the city and create a lot of exciting things around the city. So that's a plan of action. There's a lot of online thing we'll be doing, but let's create a lot of offline activations also in the city. Now that may be 6 months away because of the COVID scenario, but eventually we would want to create some action over there as well.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's been so fun talking to you about India and Indian cities and lifestyle business.
Thanks, man. The pleasure was mine.
Thank you so much. Do you have any questions or final things that you want to say?
Great. So, how's your journey been so far? I'm not very well aware of your journey so far. So, and what's your connection with the Kolkata or other cities as
Correct. So my journey so far, I'll tell you, I was born in Kolkata and I grew up here. I went to school here till grade 12, and after that I went internationally. I was in different countries for about.
Which country were you in?
So I was in the US mainly, but I also spent a good amount of time in Australia and Belgium.
Did you play beer pong over there in US?
I did play beer pong there, yes. I did not consume beer, but I played beer pong.
Relate to it.
So yes, I can definitely relate to the beer pong you're saying. It's a pretty fun game, and it can get very engaging, even though it seems like a small setup. So yes, that's where I was, and then I came back to Calcutta. I'm running a business, but on the side, I really love generating content and having conversations with people and getting to learn more. So that's what it is about. It's about communicating with different sort of people and getting their ideas, their thoughts on board and learning from them. So that's been my journey. It's been a good one, and I'm so happy I'm able to connect with people like you and learn from you guys. So what a fun time.
Perfect, Naren. It was a good time talking to you as well. And I look forward to seeing you in Kolkata very soon.
Yes, same here. You're welcome. You're most welcome. Please come and visit me. I would love to host you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay.